Welcome back, guys. Thanks for tuning in today. Today I'm going to be talking about the Springfield Armory Hellcat and just how awesome of a firearm it is, and about the only issue that I have found with it with the help of TGS, the good stuff YouTuber. But more on that later. But back to the Hellcat. It's a great little gun, very, did I say very? Concealable. But there's just the one, and so far only one, issue that I found with it, and that is with the trigger safety on the trigger, of course. And for anyone who doesn't know what that is, I'll go over that more in just a few minutes. But the trigger safety, if you put any sort of pressure to the left of the gun from the right of the gun, then you would not be able to depress the trigger, because the trigger safety would be hitting the body of the firearm itself. So it needed to be fixed, because you never know in an emergency situation if you're going to pull it out quick, which of course you're going to pull out quick because it's an emergency situation. If you're going to be able to consciously not push sideways on the trigger when you're trying to pull the trigger in a self-defense situation. So anyways, I digress. So this is my Hellcat. It's an awesome firearm. It fits great in my hand, and anyone who has a slightly smaller hand, this might work really great for you as well. But I'm sure it would work for anyone with any hand size, because it is an awesome gun, as I said before, and it is very concealable, so there you go. Anyways, I digress. So this is the Hellcat again, and it is cleared, as you can tell, and that is the trigger safety right there. So I'm going to show you right here. When you put sideways pressure on the trigger, it should, and it does now, but it didn't before, it should let you still depress the trigger to shoot your firearm, just like that. But the problem was before that it was not. And I don't know if it was an accident or if it was on purpose from Springfield. I'm sure they didn't do it to harm anyone or to prevent you from protecting yourself in an emergency situation. But the fact is that it still would not let you depress when you put any sort of pressure on the trigger sideways. So as I'm showing you right here, I'm pushing really hard on that trigger sideways, so much so that it leaves like an indent on my finger. And it would not before I fixed it, let you depress the trigger safety to then fire your firearm. But since I fixed it, now it is. Again, thank you again to the YouTuber TGS, or the good stuff. He really did hit a home run with this one and did let us all know how to fix it. And that is coming up here in just a minute, so please stay tuned. So back to the video here. Basically, it's a very simple fix for a very interesting problem for your firearm. And now I've shot a few firearms that have these, and I've never had that issue before, but again, I never thought to test and like to push sideways on the trigger when I was trying to depress the trigger. I always just was at the range or out shooting at a target or something, and pulled the trigger when I had it safely pointed at my target. Anyways, so this is my cool little file thing, and according to TGS, the good stuff on YouTube, again, he showed me that if you use that little file thing right there and you just slightly, very gently file away just a little tiny bit of the plasticky material that the trigger and the safety are made of from the back of the safety, then it will let you be able to push sideways on the trigger while you depress it, and will actually let you fire your firearm, which is what you have it for. So, anyways, he did show me, and he shows you on the video, that if you just very gently file away at the two corners on either side of it, it will just take away a little bit of material, just enough for it to clear the body, because it looks like the safety was just barely that much too much, and that's not good, especially in an emergency situation, as I previously stated. So if you see right here, I just literally stuck it in there very gently and very gently used the file to take away some of the material from the back of the safety. Again, just really in the corners, on the two corners, not trying to take away the safety aspect of the actual trigger safety, because it still works. As I showed you a few times in this video, it still definitely works. It's just not impeding you from firing the firearm in any kind of situation where you're quickly drawing or taking out the firearm in any way. So it keeps you safer, in my opinion. And I think that if you are looking at purchasing a Hellcat from Springfield Armory, then you should do this little fix on the firearm. Of course, test it with no rounds in the chamber and all that stuff to see if it actually does it for you, because who knows, by that time they might see one of our videos and actually go in and just do it for you, so you don't mess up the safety like I did not. It still works just fine for me. Just want to throw that out there. But the safety did impede firing for me. I did test it thoroughly before, so I didn't just dive in with the file and start filing away before testing it. I did not record that part though. I apologize. So anyways, basically it definitely helps to test it. Of course, if for any reason they decide to fix it, then you don't have to take the time, which it literally took about 30 seconds, no more than a minute to do, and bada bing bada boom, it was done. I could put sideways pressure on the trigger and I still fire my firearm after the fix. So it worked like a charm. It was great, it was wonderful, and I feel like it is keeping me safer now, because I don't have to worry about it possibly catching if and when I have to draw my firearm in self-defense. And you can see there, it really is digging my finger from pushing sideways. And that's literally how it was when I was trying to test it. It hurt almost because I was pushing so hard to try and make sure it worked how it should, which it does now. So anyways, huge thanks again to TGS, or The Good Stuff, on YouTube. Again, a link will be down in the description below. Please go check him out. He's a great guy, and he really provided some awesome, literally life-saving information in his video, and I appreciate him very much. And I've told him that already, and I'm sure he'll be very excited when I link him in the description below. So anyways, anyone with a Hellcat, please look into this. Make sure that your firearm is safe to fire, but yet still functional to fire when and if you ever need to use it, especially in an emergency situation, because let's be honest, that's why you have it, right? So that if you have to protect yourself, you can, and you don't want it to be not functioning, especially when the fix is so simple and so easy to do that you can literally do it in under a minute. And please, by all means, go check out the Springfield Armory website. They have all the measurements and everything of the firearm on there. But just in case you don't feel like it and you just want to keep watching my video, I really appreciate it. Please continue to watch. Because look, I just happen to have a handy-dandy ruler. See that? It is 4 inches. Yep, just like the website says. And it's also 6 inches this way, just like the website says. And you'll be shocked, I know you will, to see that it is actually 1 inch, just like the website says. And just so y'all know, I've heard a lot of skepticism over the sights and how they could catch because they do stick up, and I haven't had any issues with it yet, and I don't feel like I ever will. They're very easy to see sights. They have the tritium in the front dot there, and then they have the little U-notch there in the back, so you can really lock on quickly to your target. both day and night, and even in that fancy, well-lit gun range that you probably shoot it at. But no matter what, I still shoot there too, so no worries. But no matter what, it is an awesome gun. If you're looking for an awesome concealed carry, please check it out. It has an 11 plus 1 mag, which is right there, then also a 13 plus 1 mag, which I have elsewhere. Um, what micro compact can you find that is that awesome with that small of a footprint, but yet still have that many rounds in the magazine? You can't find anyone right now because Springfield is awesome. They built the gun around the magazine, and it is a double stack magazine that goes up into a single stack, and it's awesome. So please do your research on your firearms, no matter what they are. Even if you hate the Hellcat, I don't know how you can, but even if you do, I understand. It's all personal preference, no worries. I love the Hellcat, so there you go. On that note, you guys, please like, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and have a great day. Stay safe.